Dude snaps awake soaking wet in a school fountain. Zero clue how he arrived. But oh look, bullies, they're cackling, treating him like a literal toy. He asks for ID, boss gets salty, and dunks him. Suddenly, everything clicks for our guy. Boom. Water magic sends those losers flying. Head jerk. Can't process this noob's sudden power. He steps out, scary aura, and they scatter fast. I mean, duh. What did they expect? History's goat mage just possessed a student's bot. The legend who clapped the Demon King and saved everyone. Whole kingdom threw a party for his win that day. You'd think it was time to finally chill out, put a ring on Sarah, and live the dream life. But nope. King gave him one final chore to do. One last gig to wrap up his hero career. Rumor had it, a cave was full of demon leftovers. King said, go check it and win, please. Since everyone else got wrecked in there before, obviously, the boss was betting on the Demon Slayer to clutch the win. Leon was ready. He refused to let his homies be in danger. Had to wipe the demons for his little orphan fans. So, our dude accepted the quest. Totally clueless, with Prince Shark as his guide. Departure day hits, and Shark leads him inside. Once they got deep enough, that snake shark showed his colors and stabbed our guy in the back. Blade had nasty venom, guaranteeing a game over. Shark saw Leon as a rival to his throne. Flex. Plus, he thought Leon was stealing his lady, but Brew wasn't chasing skirts or political clout. He was just motivated by the pure love he had for his crew, especially the orphan tinies. Turns out, the dirtbag already offed those poor kids. This guy was so trash, calling him a demon is rude to demons. He finally booted our hero down the cavern's throat, leaving him to rot from the poison. But bro survived a drop, landing deep underground. Sudden skeleton appears, looking for a fight. Leon casts fireball and turned bones to ash. Shockingly, a gamer screen popped up. 1 kill, 1 down, nearly 1 million more to wreck. Only way to beat the secret quest he unlocked. Another beast attacked, dead. Kill count +1. Leon didn't get it, but he kept monsters everywhere, praying for an exit. Years flew. Only rage fueled him. He needed revenge on that traitor. When he hit 100,000 kills, he unlocked dark magic. He ground through that monster hell for 10 years. Finally, at 1 million kills, quest complete. A magic door popped up. Leon stepped through. Zero hesitation. Whatever lay ahead had to be better. Boom, he landed right in a wet pond. Looking up, he saw a school building. Instantly, school bullies arrived to harass him. They called him who he didn't know. Confused, he asked who these losers were. The gang leader got super triggered. He dunked our hero, demanding he stop faking it. Meanwhile, Leon was totally clueless about the drama. He casts armor flood, tossing them like garbage. The bullies were shocked by his sudden power. Smart move. They ran before getting wrecked. Trying to think, he heard a weird noise. A voice praised his strength despite his nerf-ed magic. That creepy voice led him away, turning into a girl. She suddenly hugged him tight, leaving him baffled and needing answers from this kid. She's Luna, messenger of the goddess. Basically, she guides the dead. Leonek actually died back in that cavern fall. This world is a totally new reality. He's possessing Caraban, a local boy's body. Leon paused, then asked why he was sent here. Looks like he will get answers as a huge gate appears. The truth lies beyond that entrance. Inside is just empty wasteland. Whoa, Demon Lord Bell. That beast gave him the creeps. It took 3 days to beat it last time. Luna says his new magic makes this easy peasy. Leon then recalls the dark magic he grinded so hard to get. Savage beast attacks. Zero chill. Dude instantly flips the dark switch. Shadow magic busts the shield. Then he chokes the thing with dark claws. One single move, and the big guy is deleted. Luna does a jig watching him and Leon shook by his own crazy stats. Dying to know more. He grills the spirit for answers. Ace, time skip, and bro's got the skills down. Turns out, Big Bad Belfer is crashing here too. That rift opened because the king is interfering. Ignore the portal, and Earth gets wrecked by a monster invasion. So the goddess drafted him as the world's bouncer. Thinking it over, he spots a sus logo on a flag. He instantly clocks that symbol from before. It's the jerk who literally killed him. If the logo's here, Shark's lurking nearby too. Rage hits hard, making his fists tremble. Luna sees it but ghosts him to avoid getting caught. Footsteps approach, and it's a schoolgirl looking to chat. She felt the portal vibe and wants the tea. Luna mental messages him. Play dumb, don't spill. He fakes ignorance, making her think she shifts focus to him, realizing he's the guy from the bully drama. She apologizes for the mess those punks caused. He tells her to chill. It's not on her at all. Honestly, this chick is super polite and proper. She bounces, assuming her radar was broken. Coast clear. Luna reappears, hyping the girl's sensors. Luna thinks She's total waifu material, straight out of a manga. Later, bro finds his dorm door covered in trash talk. The lame trolls who did this are already lurking in the hall, giggling like losers. Lion ignores the scrubs and heads inside. Luna starts ranting the second he sits, mad about the weak graffiti. He's unbothered though, focusing on real issues. He needs info on this school. That flag logo, Mache's, Prince Sharks. Betty is a Kate here too. Bummer, but Luna totally doesn't have the intel he needs. She's completely lost in the sauce regarding this world. Even though she's been peeking at this reality to help, she somehow missed the prince entirely. So, our guy has to go detective mode and figure out the secrets solo. With the sun coming up to signal a brand new day, bro starts gearing up for his academy debut. Hair check, uniform on, and he's parting the sea of students to get to his department. He's turning heads like crazy. Everyone is staring daggers at him. I mean, the dude's got insane drip and a vibe. Just owns the room. Honestly, he's earned the hype. He sits through a few lectures to download the world's basic lore. Years back, weird gates just popped up all over the map. At the same time, folks started waking up with magic powers. To handle the chaos, gifted peeps started raiding gates and grinding for loot. These dungeon crawlers got named Seekers. With everyone trying to go pro, they needed schools to train the new. Boom! The Imperial Academy was born. It's basically the ultimate training ground for wannabe Seekers. Remember that chick chasing a gate earlier? Yeah, she's the student council president. The name's Izumiya Maku. Right now, she's flexing her OP magic skills on the field for everyone to see. Our boy just watches the show from his classroom window. Later in the halls, he bumps into those same losers from yesterday. By the way, RMC is correct. Then the leader of the goons, the guy with the name Mage, steps up and tries to make him run errands like a servant. But being a total Chad, he triggers the jerk with one savage comeback. That snaps the bully's last nerve. Mainly, cause he's still salty about getting owned yesterday. Just then, Izumiya shows up at the perfect time. Seeing this creep about to fire off a lethal magic. Bless, she screams at him to chill out. Too slow though. The idiot fires the spell. Anyway, Kurobane ain't sleeping. He uses dark magic to just eat the rock attack. I mean, the massive boulder. Literally, goes poof, leaving the bully with his jaw on the floor. He doesn't stop to chat. He just walks past the chump and ignores the prez too. Once school is out, Kurobane finds a meet me outside note from that scumbag in his dorm. Luna says he should just ghost the fool. He's down to give the guy a beat. Plus, it's a good way to clear some trash out of his way. Hearing that, Luna gets hyped to crush the enemy. That night, he meets the goon squad at the training grounds. The boss tells his minions to back off, so he can go one. He's dying to school, our boy, thinking he's hot stuff. Korobane's plan, make sure this loser never looks his way again. Cue the villain, Cack dude busts out. That, anime laugh. Swear in, he's the boss. Our hero stays chill, daring the clown to stop stalling and attack. Kurobane's swagger totally triggers the jerk. Forget the 101. This cheater doesn't even care about honor and signals his minions to jump in. Clueless, lackeys rush to their doom. Zero brain cells used. Slimy boss man is super smug about playing dirty. But our dude, totally unfazed. 100 of these losers could swarm him, and he wouldn't blink. Wrist flick. He busts out Denial Mirror. Some wicked dark magic. Boom. Their own hits bounce right back at him. One spell, and those goons are toasted. Game over. Bosman's jaw hits the floor. Total shock. He messed up big time, provoking our boy. No mercy incoming. Especially for cowards trying sneak attacks. Dude has zero clue how doomed he actually is. See, magic usually comes in 4 flavors. Wind, water, fire, earth. But our hero's power, it breaks all the rules. Bully's brain melts. How's the useless kid flexing rare magic? Too little too late, pal. Calling him useless, just signed his death warrant. Our boy is fuming. No way, he lets this dirtbag slide without fixing that trash attitude. The goon thinks his lame fire tricks will save him. Nope, my guys, dark arts, knock him out cold, instantly. Not just a nap, time Kurobane drains every drop of his mana. A legendary perk only dark magic users have. Hope that teaches him not to pick fights. He can't win. Suddenly, the whole joint goes nuts. Sirens, scream, run, everywhere. A gate popped up on campus. Everyone's fleeing, a category red max danger level. Inside the dorms, it's total pandemonium. Kids scrambling to leave. While the prez makes sure nobody gets left behind, a senior begs Izumiya to bail, like the headmaster ordered. She's banned from fighting red threats to, if someone dies playing hero, the school takes the heat. But girl's got her reasons to jump in. Last time, a red gate showed up. The locals nearby got wrecked. She won't let that happen again. Plus, this school literally exists to train gate. So yeah, she's taken that monster down herself. Monsters are pouring out like it's a clearance sale, and students are fleeing. Terrified. One dude tries to flex his rock magic to scare a beast, but it snacks on the stone and jumps in. Thank God the school's queen bee shows up and wrecks them, saving his butt from being lunch. She tells him to grab his homies and get the heck out of Dodge. She's worried that if this gate stays open, downtown gets wrecked. Out of options, she gears up to solve the boss herself. Meanwhile, our hero and his tiny pal Luna watch her charge in. First, our boy asks how to actually shut this thing down. Luna's answer is totally basic. Just clap the monster controlling the gate. Easy game. Hearing that, they dive right in without a second thought. Luna's kinda sketchy about it though. His dark magic hits like a truck, but burns mana like crazy. But my guy won't let the city get deleted. He's gotta step up and handle business. Luna's secretly vibing with his hero attitude, so they bolt straight toward the big bad boss. Inside, the Prez has already cleared a ton of trash mobs, but that totally drained her battery. She's realizing this red gate is way above her pay grade. Then, a giant snake dragon sneaks up behind her to snack. Good thing Kerbin manages to pull up and blast the creep for touching the campus queen. As the beast drops, her eyes lock onto her savior through the smoke. Izumiya is shook that a classmate one-shotted that thing. She says thanks, and Luna's just glad they weren't late. He's glad she's okay. And yes, the One Piece is real. She's mostly freaked out by his weird magic, wondering who he is. Ignoring the drama, our Chill King says they need to shut the gate first, reminding her that's the whole reason she's here. Izumiya snaps out of it and agrees to finish the job. Still, she can't believe Ren is just some average student. I mean, this guy came in dead last during the mock battles, meaning his grades were absolute trash. Now he's moving like a pro fighter with that funky magic. Anyway, they start moving to hunt down the boss monster. A mob blocks them, so Izumiya pops her aqua prison, trapping them in a swirling blue water bubble. Luna even admits Prez is crazy strong. Our boy digs that vibe. Shows she's worthy of being the Academy's top dog. Suddenly, the floor bursts open. A Jack Titanic golem tries to smash it. Our guy dodges and claps back with dark magic. Kurabani casts Blind Ija beam that one-shots the golem. Izumiya's jaw drops watching the monster turn to dust. Dude moves like a total legend. It's not just his rare magic. Type it's his insane casting speed, zero lag. Like watching a pro smurf in a noob lobby, years of XP. Anyway, the squad heads for the boss room. Kurabani tells Prez to lock in. They enter the master's lair. This danger noodle is a sick dragon. 10 out of 10 design. It's a lava dragon, and it ain't here to play nice. Izumiya knows the Lorit's a super op monster. Our boy warns her, watch the fire in that long-range tail. The rampage starts. Beast preps a fire blast, then Rayquaza style, hyper beams. The tail swings. Right after, Izumiya barely rolls away from the Kurabane's warning saved her bacon there. Prez fires back, eating a huge ice lance. Dragon tanks it, 0 scratches. She's totally shook, because ice is supposed to be super effective against fire. But the dragon's heat melted it midair. Fight's not over. Kurabani turns up the heat. He casts Deadly Clawed Arc Talons swarm from all sides. Just then, the dragon nopes out, flying up to dodge the skewers. Luna calls, hacks on the coward. But, hey, if you got wings, use them. Valid strut. Izumiya didn't expect that, and asks for next play he tells her to ditch the ice magic. She confirms she's got other spells perfect. Kurabani says, slow that thing down. Izumiya gets the assignment, trusts the plan. She swaps to wind, whipping up a green storm and blasting it. Super effective on flying types. I mean, monsters. Dragon struggles against the wind and gets stuck. Luna signals the moment, so Kurabane loads up his dark magic finisher. Dark moths swarm him before he eats them out. The big bad boss using his Abyss Ruler skill. They surround the beast, then snap. Bro thinks he's an MAMC. Plot twist. Those pretty bugs are actually bombs, like tiny flying grenades that all glow up and blow up at once. The boom is massive, totally deleting the monster. Kurabane stands there watching the beast get absolutely nuked. The lava dragon is toast burnt, broken, and done. Luna gives props to her master for wrecking the gate boss like a pro. Izumiya is shook. She's got a million questions for him, but right now, she's just vibing with the wind. Kurabane agrees. They shut the red gate and bounce. The mobs outside were already handled by the Prez, so no drama there. But then, someone starts yelling at the Prez for going rogue. It's Shaidu Atsushi, the headmaster of the academy, demanding to know why she ignored orders. Our guy instantly asks his personal wiki, Luna, who's this dude? Shaidu runs the mage school and loves showing off. Dude is filthy rich, flexing insane influencer money. This makes RMC wonder if he's the real deal. He's probably linked to Prince Shark. But hey, let's not jump to conclusions yet. Izumi tries to apologize straight up, saying she couldn't just let people die, but the headmaster shuts her down, mocking her justice. He drops the classic "what if" scenario, asking what if she failed. Stepping in, our boy suggests the headmaster should maybe praise her for saving the day. Shido asks, "Who invited you?" and tells him to stay out of grown-up talk. The prez defends him, saying he's the reason they won. Shido looks interested for a sec, then bursts out laughing, roasting the kid. When he realizes it's Ren, the school's lowest-ranked noob, thinking it's a total joke, he turns to leave, ignoring Asura. He sneers that the worst student couldn't clear a top-tier gate, so he writes the whole thing off as big cap from his students. Dropping the mic, he zooms off, leaving our boy thinking Korobane knows he needs to dig up dirt on this guy ASAP. Back at the dorms, dude finally gets a sec to chill out. Luna's already popping off about the headmaster's ego, proving Ren's school life was total trash. Goddess Squirrel is low-key vibing. Izumi butt spots our boy burying his nose in some book. He's skimming through the OG diary for dirt on the headmaster. Total privacy breach. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Since the day Leon hijacked this spot, he knew straight up this kid was ready to rage quit life. Diary time? The bullied kid was absolutely maxed out. Wanted to be a seeker just to fund his low sis's meds. But Big Oof realized he had zero magic skills. That fell to find him. Folks treated him like garbage. Left nasty notes, roasted him 24/7, inside, class and out. Code him harder than a pro boxer versus an Every day was a nightmare loop he couldn't skip. His last words? Just venting about how life sucked. Even cried on the paper, tear stains included. Reading this, Luna sees Ren is actually shook. He eyes the moon, swearing payback for the poor guy. In his office, Shido's laughing at our boy's trash grades, ready to dogpile him. The boss thinks it's wild. This loser doesn't see the boot coming. Next up, Snow Bunny shower scene. Fan service time. She's wondering how Ren is rated so low. Math ain't mathing, especially lately she's as sure of that as she is of her curves. Next day, our boy gets pulled for a private chat with VP. Four Eyes drags him aside to hash out yesterday's drama. VP grills him on his goals, asking if he's just loot hungry inside the dungeon. He heard Izumi's take that he saved her, but thinks she's just capping for him. Narusi roasts him for hero playing and bugging the prez. Luna's mad. This guy won't shut up Professor Yappington much. Anyway, Ren clears up that he legit blocked the gate. Narusi laughs, noting his 0-win streak in tests. Calls cap on everything. Won't buy a single word. Just then, Izumi rolls up, looking for our guy. Narusi shuts it down, telling them to let the pros handle it. Tells Izumi to swing by his office later to chat. Watching him bail, she asks if Four Eyes talk trash, but Kurobane is chill, giving 0 flying flips. About the guy, just asking why she's here. Turns out, the big boss wants a chat right now. He hits Shido's office, finding the guy posing without even looking up. Straight up, the principal demands Kurobane drop out of school immediately. It's so sudden Asumia jumps, shocked, and asks why. Shido says, it's simple. Kid has trash scores and 0 wins since arriving, meaning he has 0 talent, and the untalented don't belong here, so he should just leave. Grabbing his report card, our boy says he just needs to prove he's strong. He knows mock battles are stacked up this month and bets he'll win every single one if the boss cooperates. Shido thinks that offer is a total joke. Then he checks the schedule and sees Narusi is fighting Kurobane next. This matchup is basically game over since Narusi is number 2 behind Asura. The boss agrees, which is exactly what our boy wanted. Kurobane's dying to wipe that smug look off his face. Back at the dorms, he reviews the schedule with Luna. Earlier, the prez stopped him, begging him to take it back. His spot wasn't actually at risk. Begin with, schools don't expel for bad grades. The headmaster just has a massive beef with him. The issue is losing battles now means he gets the boot. Even knowing his skills, she thinks fighting Narcy is suicide. At that point, Kurobane just looked at her and said thanks. But honestly, he isn't sweating it at all. Plus, he's set on proving all his haters wrong. Luna thinks it's fine if Kurobane just ghosts the academy. But our boy wants to stay and keep eyes on Prince Shark. After all, he suspects a link between the headmaster and the prince. He even guesses Shark might be possessing the guy's body. However, Luna shuts that down, revealing she can sense otherworld beings. So she'd know. With that debunked, Kurobane's current plan is sealing gates while hunting Belfour and Shark. Strangely, the tiny messenger pouts, making him ask, what's up? She's thinking about the heavy load he carries for the goddess. Despite that, Kurobane is actually stoked. He already died in that void. So, this is the perfect shot at revenge on Shark. The jerk who killed him, plus Belfour, that demon king, threatening the world. Honestly, he's totally chill with whatever the goddess wants. So Kurobane tells the pint-sized messenger to quit moping around. That perks her right up, leaving her feeling super stoked that a total Chad like him got the gig. Chet over Korobane heads off to catch some Z's before the fights. The tiny girl screams, betting he'll wreck everyone and own the place. Secretly though, she's crossing her fingers hard, praying his dreams work out. Next morning, everyone's at the arena. Bro's first matchup is some random joker. Grinning, cause he gets to beat up the school's worst student, the crowd cheers the other guy, basically pitying our boy. He ignores the trash talk as the wizard duel kicks off. Enemy dude launches a green wind laser, trying for an instant cut, but boom, our boy just vanishes like smoke the second it hit. This goofball actually assumes he's so buffed that Korobane got vaporized by one hit. Nope, Korobane spawns behind him like a ninja to ruin his day. Loading up an earth spell, he smacks the guy with a rock blast. Dust settles, and that dude is face down. Doing the Yamcha death pose. Our boy takes round one. The crowd is totally shook by the instant win. Everyone's whispering about the worst kid wrecking a pro. Azuma is beaming like a proud wifey. Narusi looks salty. Luna notes he didn't even need his dark magic for these new. That's the epipara of another dimensional wizard for Yahello. She loves watching him absolutely humiliate these weak. The beatdown goes on, with Korobane dropping opponents one by one. Same spell, different victim. Some kids just his winning streak nearly gives the headmaster a coronary. Ga can't process how the school's reject is dominating. He briefly wonders if the kid actually did seal that red gate, before convincing himself it's impossible. Narusi knocks, entering for the private chat the boss requested. Shaidu says, "Hey, you're fighting the underdog next." But for this match, Shaidu commands the VP to go full tryhard mode. Zero slack allowed. Funny enough, Narusi already schemed out a strategy. He noticed Korobane only spams earth magic every time. Even with that skill, Narusi claims he's more talented, which makes the headmaster super giddy. Dude's relieved to hear it, so they wrap things up. Walking out, Narusi gets lost in thought, realizing the boss is acting weirdly paranoid about this opponent. Whatever. This guy's ego is massive, and he's totally locked in for the dub. Another easy clap for our guy incoming. By now, everyone is basically worshipping the ground he walks on. Talk about flipping the script from zero to hero. The crowd's confused by his glow-up, but Kurobane knows he's crushing it. Izumiya hydrates the homie, saying one last push means total freedom. Meanwhile, Four Eyes is creeping nearby, spying on their chat. Finally, the announcer hypes up the main event we've waited for. It's showtime. Koravan versus the vice president, Narusi. They step up, mean-mugging each other, and the trash talk starts with Narusi, warning him not to get a big head. Our boy shuts down this clown, coolly saying he just wants to win. Narusi thinks he's got that main character energy and can't lose. But our guy's victory is already written in stone. Glasses guy hypes himself up, swearing to make him pay for it. The vibe gets super heavy. Nobody's blinking as the final showdown kicks off. Four Eyes is low-key panicking that a scrub is wrecking elites. He is wondering if Kurobane actually plotted this whole setup to start hiding his power level to farm wins. Whatever 4000 IQ play he cooked up, Narusi wants it gone. He opens with high-tier wind magic, crafting a lightning bow. Hila lets it fly, sending 3 thunder arrows zooming at Korobane. Reacting fast, our boy touches the ground, raising a huge dirt wall. The massive size of the shield shocks his rival as his fancy spell just bounces off harmlessly. The wall drops, and so does Narusa's ego, who can't believe he missed a shot that usually hits. The crowd is losing it. Shocked he blocked the VP. Embarrassed, Narusi tries to play it off. Cool, telling himself the kid only knows basic earth magic. So, he raises a hand to flex his own earth spells. Narusi floats massive boulders right above his enemy and drops them like a meteor shower well, a rock shower. Kerbin watches, charging up a wind counter. He fires, blasting the rocky storm away with an air cannon. It's another perfect block, leaving Narusa. Four Eyes is terrified. Our boy knows wind too, while the crowd goes wild, screaming for the underdog, beating the VP. People are asking how this kid has multiple powers. The answer is actually pretty simple. Izumiya knows multicasters are rare, since mastering one element takes ages. Even if they manage to learn one, they're usually weak at the second. But Kurobane is a beast. Dude is literally out here, dual-wielding elements like a pro. Narusi is losing it. Totally didn't expect a remix from our boy. Korobane's over it, asking why this dirtbag has such a massive ego. Narusi just stands there, completely confused. Our hero roasts the VP for jumping to wild conclusions, having a ton of attitude and zero chill. His magic is legit, but his personality, absolute trash fire. The reality check stuns the VP, but he twists it, thinking our guy is just throwing shade for fun. He rants about respecting only the strong, meaning her. He's been grinding hard just to stand on her level. That explains his massive ego, thinking the weakest kid can't touch him. Raging Narusi drops a high-tier water spell. The crowd knows this is his signature move, basically signaling game over for his rival. He fires the Hydroblast, locking Kurabani's leg down. Suddenly, a blue storm hits. It's Cositus, his ultimate, so strong not even wind magic can scratch it. Earth magic fails too. VP thinks he's won, seeing Kiravan frozen like a. But boom, fire bursts from inside. Glaces, the ice cracks, and so do Narusi's winning odds. The cage gets wrecked by blazing flames from Kurabane, a third element from the weak kid. Wait, there's more. He hints he's got other types. He gathers ice into a giant boulder, smashes it, sending shards flying everywhere. Shards rain down all around Narusi. Wide attack, but it barely grazed him. After the storm, VP's on his knees. Totally owned. Corbin looks down and gives the clown one tip. He says the only path to real strength is looking ahead, not back. But even then, he can't break his limits. Dude just delivered the politest roast ever. Narusi asks what everyone is thinking. Who even is this guy? He lunges, but Korban ignores him. He collapses. GG. Kurabani Ren takes the W. That night, Headmaster is raging. Can't grasp how the weakest had 4 elements. Izumi, warning, echoes. He still denies the proof. He decides to curse our boy, out literally. Beefing with the kid and calls to expel him. Late night vibes. Luna's passed out, but our guy's wide awake, replaying that W in his head. Because he crushed it. He got the big boss to uncancel him. So, what's the game plan now? He's already jotting down, eyeing his top 2 enemies, and how the school is acting shady. Wanted to grill the headmaster? But turns out the dude dipped on a trip. So, gotta focus on those glitchy gates? ASAP. Block 'em, then trace the link to Demon King Bell, Sorcerer Supreme Wonders, who he's targeting next. Cut 2. Next morning in class. Rondo walks in, totally grabbing MC's attention. Scribbles his name on the board. I'm your new teach. Hashiba's like, yeah, I know this is sudden, but pels be nice to me. Classic, new guy energy. Girls are simping hard, but our boys definitely sus. Lunch break. Everyone's hyped on the mock battles. Yapping about Kurobane, wrecking the schools. Number 2. Some kids are even asking if he can tutor them. Clout chasing much. Izumiya slides in, hyping up his crazy battle skills. Kurobane takes the compliment, while she keeps glazing him for fixing Narsa's attitude. Glasses guy hated the lecture but had to admit he was right. Still, Izumiya won't let the headmaster slide on that weird expulsion drama. Kurobane gets nosy, asking what Shido's deal is. Was he always this sketchy? Turns out Shido used to be a seeker, legit mage, but now, rumors say, he's got some toxic friends. Fits Kuraben's theory. Suddenly, news alert. Gates everywhere. They're spawning like crazy, but heroes are clutching it. Still, everyone's told to stay woke. And, avoid the gates, especially the non-magic normies. Kurobane flashbacks to what Luna said. Ignore a gate. Boom. Monsters wreck the server. Not on this. Guys, watch. He's canceling that bad ending. He asks Izumiya a favor, but keeps it hot. Cut 2. Late night. Kurobane is lurking, seeing if any gates spawn nearby. Luna's impressed he's speedrunning these gates. On site, she thinks his stealth hero mode is sick. Mid-chat, a green gate cracks open. Category green. Kurobane struts in, ready to vibe check the place. Sketchy fog everywhere. Barely see a thing. Luna says, watch your step. A bit later, dude leaves a trail of monster guts behind him, walking into the deep zone. Luna says it's clear, but Kurabani gets bad vibes right behind her. Yoink! The lil marshmallow gets snatched by a creepin' dragged away from her boss. She looks back and sees a sleep paralysis demon ready to snack. Luna screams, I'm not food, and tries to wiggle free. MC tells her to chill, getting ready to drop some dark magic bombs. Purple claws burst from the wood to skewer the gargoyle. Thing tries to bail, but gets Swiss cheese by the spikes. Total knockout, causing the monster to faceplant hard. Luna zooms back, thanking him for the save. She's shook by his speed, thought she was toast. Kurabane is like got used to ambushes in hell. That's why he's got gamer reflexes. Marshmallow is gate cleared, mission accomplished. Kurabane's stoked to be done and is heading home when Earth spikes incoming. He dodges like a pro, eyes scanning for the camper. Spots the guy, perching on a roof. Dude looks impressed. It's clearly Hashiba, the new teach, who's basically John Wick. But our guy has no clue, just knows he's trouble. Kurabane tells Luna to hide. This opponent is legit. She scrams while he yells, who are you, and why are we beefing? Attacker ignores him, replies with a fireball to the face. Kurabane sidesteps it, earning props, but the guy isn't. Dunny spams violent fire attacks from every angle. Mix is surrounded, nowhere to run. Hashiba thinks he's won, but he forgot one thing. Dark magic, activate. Grim Eater. It opens a void and slurps up the fire like a smoothie. Attack deleted effortlessly. stunning the assassin. Never seen hacks like that. Not letting him slide, Kurobani casts deadly claw again. Spikes burst out and wreck the building he was standing on. Hashiba barely bails in time, avoiding the arms slashed up, and he's wondering what kind of funky magic this dude is packing. No time to brood, gotta zoom. The hunter just became the hunted real quick. With a smoke bomb, the killer yeets himself out. Kurobane's totally bummed about it. Tiny Fluffball leaves her hidey hole and gets the full scoop on the drama. Cut to dorms. They're brainstorming who that sketchy attacker actually was. Hero's clueless. 4. Now, but he totally memorized the killer's move. His guts yelling that this creep is definitely linked to the school. He swears he'll bag this clown next time. Even planning to dig up every single speck of dirt on the guy. Next day rolls around, and we're back in class. Kurobane zooms in, watching the teacher scribble away on the chalkboard. After the bell, Hashiba corners him, super hyped that he soloed that red gate. Naturally, he roasts the headmaster for still doubting his epic win. Actin' all chill, Hashiba swears he totally buys the kid's story, claiming he verified it during practice fights. With zero chill, he creepily wishes him luck for later. They split, but Teach flashes a creepy villain smirk, like he just won the game. Next up, Hashiba silently logs Kurobane's run at a new gate. He's super salty about their last scrap and wants to wreck the kid. Claims he only flopped before cause he slacked, but with his new gadget, he's not missing. Much to his mega surprise, Kurobane blitzes the gate like it's nothing. He finished while Hashiba was daydreaming, yet bro still thinks he's gonna clutch the dub. Clicking his toy, he orders his goons to swarm. Shadows spit out killers to jump, one kid like he's an in-game raid boss. The squad stacks their magic for a massive, destructive boom. Camping in a prime spot, Hashiba chuckles, calling it a bore and turns away. Sure the kid is toast. Just as he says, check the corpse, his minions scream over the comms. They're literally shaking in terror, making Hashiba panic about what went down. He can't believe the kid tanked a nuke like that. Even Mr. Ice Cold starts sweating, telling himself the kid can't find his hiding spot. Then our guy spawns behind him like a jump scare, confusing the heck out of it. The cool perk from Kurobane, he has a tiny sidekick with built-in radar. That scanner is the floating purple orb. Luna, whatevs, Kurobane traps the dude and blasts a wind ripple. Hashiba's mask flies off, totally blowing his cover. The killer has no clue when the kid figured it out. You recall Kurobane watching him right on the board like a hawk. He peeped that Hashiba switched hands for scribbling cause of that fresh battle scar. He dug around with Ayumiya and found Oteach was an XC, matching the fire hacks the hitman used earlier. Connecting the dots to one sus guy, he trolls Hashiba, asking if he got his mojo back. He wants the tea on why he tried to clap a student. Hearing that, the psycho killer cracks up, giving props for busting his cover. But then he tells the kid to stay in his lane and stop flexing. Bro charges a supernova like he's Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Everything nearby starts melting instantly. Hashiba cackles, thinking it's game over. It's his ult, a rare move that dusted thousands of beasts. Calling Gigi, the hitman yeets the underscore sun straight at him. Kurobane stands there mogging. He knows this spell. Hashiba's ego shattered. He was shook. The kid fired back with his own Crimson Blaze, giving Major Jogo versus Sukuna vibes right now. The fire attacks smash into each other in a classic beam struggle before going boom. His ult failed, which is absolutely wild. To him, Sunset was top-tier fire magic, but bro is dead wrong. Kurobane calls that weak, flame mid-tier at best. The sass makes the killer rage hard. He goes full Karen, screaming at the kid. Kurobane ignores him and roasts his 1,000 kill stat. Bro flexes, he's dropped 100,000 beasts. Rookie numbers, snatching his neck. Kurobane wraps him in dark magic vibes. The hitman feels his energy getting drained. He glitches out and gets pinned to the floor. Luna's hyping her master up from the sidelines. But he's not finished. He's still got business. Gripping his jaw, Kurobane asks who sent him. He knows it's shot. The silence confirms it. The killer freaks out, spilling that he was just guarding the gates. So Kurobane figures out that Shido's clapping anyone interfering the gates, proving the headmaster is Team Demon King. But if he's Team Demon King, why train mages like a pro? Total weird flex. So yeah, that theory is bogus. But one thing's for sure. Teach is definitely up to something shady. Kurobane eyes his shaken, terrified victim. Our boy realizes dragging this flop to Shido won't actually fix anything right now. So instead, he just hogdies the dude and tosses him in the corner. At least now the principal will be paranoid and think twice before acting stupid, which is exactly what Kurobane wants. He bounces, swearing to expose the puppet master running this circus. Cut to Shido rolling up to a creepy mansion. He pounds on the door and heads up, remembering how This place always gives him the absolute creeps. Major bad vibes. Teach knocks again and gets the green light to enter. He instantly bows to the big boss, who completely ignores his existence. Bossman just demands the report, to which Shido spins like everything is totally peachy. But when asked about hiccups, Shido spills the tea on a weird variable. Some newbie student just appeared with scores that are literally off the charts. And this random KID can use all for magic elements, like a total cheat code. Still, Shido acts all cocky, bragging about sending a hitman to delete the kid permanently. The master stands up, suddenly, super interested in the drama. It catches his eye, like he didn't see that plot twist coming. Hearing about the kid's OP power spike, he realizes this brat is actually a legit threat to their scheme. But the principal is still hyping up his assassin, promising an easy win. However, Busman isn't buying it, because if it worked, the assassin would have texted the win by now. Shido freezes and frantically grabs his phone, refusing to believe he took an L. That elite assassin, currently trussed up like a holiday turkey. His phone's buzzing, but he can't exactly answer with his hands bound. Now Shido has to accept the kid totally outplayed his hired gun. The boss calls it an instant fail. Shido is fuming. He knew Ren was good, but not God tier good. He's out of ideas, until the master suggests a twisted new strategy. If the mage is that cracked, then all they gotta do is use his squad as bait. This scummy plan gets the principal. Hypey knows exactly what's up. Shido snags the ring, his boss tosses over. It feels early for this hack, but hey, they need data for the next experiment. The principal flashes a creepy grin, promising a win, since that's why they hoarded all these wizards anyway. The big boss man is vibing with the drama and craves more plot twists. He's so hyped, he's thinking, time to eat a black gate here. FYI, the hardest level right now is just red. So the very next day, our main guy gets summoned for more weird news. Bros shook hearing Shido admit he totally flopped, judging his skills, and says sorry for being a jerk. Shido knows his mood swing is super sus, but he claims he sees the kid's op stats and wants to play nice. Stepping up, the head honcho spills the tea on the gate outbreaks. So he wants him and Prez Asumia to team up and squash it. Reading his vibe, Kurabani gets, they gotta patrol the hotspots. The principal is hyped, the kid's not slow, and goes for a handshake, faking trust. Kurabani plays along, but he ain't no dumb MC. He knows this snake is scheming, so he's got a During that handshake, Kurabani messed with his dark magic just for kicks. Later, he clues Isumiya. He set a trap earlier, then spills how Hashiba tried to off him on Shido's orders. Do you know if Shido knows? But Kurabani sees right through him. This makes the Prez ask why he didn't just say nope, since his dumb. Sadly, Kurabane admits they gotta handle the gates, but he's plotting a reverse card. Issue is, he's going solo on this gate sealing gig. Asumiya suddenly yells, I'm coming to you. She won't bail just cause it's scary. She's got his back. Even Luna sees that. She's stubborn AF, so no stopping her. Our boy caves and schedules the raid for tonight. Cut to them, gearing up for the hunt. Wandering around, they sense 0 gates. Weird, since they're chilling, he asks if gate monsters scare her. Keeping it real, she admits she's low-key terrified. But she's gotta protect the weak from the bad guys. That's exactly why she's signed up for wizard life. Her justice vibe totally matches the OG Great Wizard. Same lines he dropped before facing the Demon King. Dropping the act, Asumiya blushes and tells him she can fight anything if she's with him. Her big flex gets wrecked when a crazy gate pops up out of nowhere. The dark vibes here are enough to leave our boy shook. They freeze up as shadow vines yoink Asumiya straight into the void. Dude is totally helpless to save the damsel. De-stressed before the gate gulps her down like a snack. Kurabani didn't see this coming, and the pressure is freaking him out. But he can't be scared now his bestie is in big trouble. The creeper behind this is the headmaster, glued to 8 screens. Just like that, he's set the ultimate trap. Everything's going exactly to plan. The sickest part about this black gate is that the boss inside loves munching on Haimana mages like popcorn. He's dying to see how our boy deals with this nightmare. Kurabani tries to jump in, but Luna grabs him, begging him to chill. This ain't a normal dungeon. It's way sketchier than a red gate, and who knows what's in there. Kuro already knows this gate popping up. Right here is no accident. It's definitely a setup. Teach lured him here to trap him and wipe them both out at once. Yeah, the danger level is off the charts. Even Kuro knows it's suicide, but he can't just bail on her. Luna screams as monsters start spilling out like crazy. Giant red dragons that'll trash the city if nobody stops them. Lucky for him, a lightning bolt saves the day, zapping 3 dragons instantly with electric arrows. The beasts drop, shocking our boy as Narusi strikes a pose. He demands the deets, and Kuro spills the tea on the situation. Narusi is shook that the Prez got snatched by the gate. Bummer is, more monsters are flooding out, and they gotta drop them fast. Kuro wants to fight, but Narusi says, I got this. You go in, it's a risky play, but it's their best shot. So Kuro sprints for the portal. VP hates that, he's not the one worthy to save her, but he knows only Kuro can pull this off. He trusts the guy and stares down the mob, shouting, I'm your opponent, while blasting thunder arrows. Finally, we dive inside the gate to check the vibe. It's basically a dead, ruined wasteland with zero life. Here Kuro gives his familiar a super crucial job. Remember that insane lava dragon from the Red Gate? Yeah, that boss is just a basic grunt enemy in here. Kuro ain't sweating it, though he summons his epic calamity. Dragon tries to swipe, but Kuro's faster and lops its arm right off. Then he slices up the rest of it like a chef. Clearing this dragon mosh pit takes forever, and bro ain't having it. Instead, he makes it clear they gonna fear him and move, or get steamrolled. Watching from outside, the principal is hyped. Kurobani calls the kid a moron for speedrunning his own death. Speaking of the so-called dummy, Kurobani cleared the path and hit the dungeon's deepest crack. BTW. Fighting lava dragons tanked his energy a bit, but our boy is playing it cool. He survived the hell floor, so this is mid-difficulty. Just another Tuesday for him. His confidence boosts. Luna. Mission is just grab Izumi and bail. Speaking of, she's trapped in a mess of tentacles. Sus choice by the author. Honestly, the boss is actually a horror show holding Izumi hostage while she struggles. Weirdly, her energy is getting drained. Proving this monster would be a nightmare if it escaped. Thousands would perish. While she's wondering if her friend is safe, but she knows she can't chicken out. Knowing he won't quit, she tries to cast a fire spell. Epic fail though she can't cast cause. The thing is, drinking her mana. The beast opens its vacuum mouth, full of teeth, ready to end these press braces for game over. Until our boy zooms in with his scythe, slicing the tentacles, the monster screams, while Kurobani hits her with the, sorry I'm late. Her despair vanishes, replaced by hype that her protector is here. Cutting to the shady principal, he's bragging that Kurobani is finished. His boss wants these wizards, as monster chow. Kurobani faces the boss while his sort of girlfriend hangs in tentacles. Way to chill. Luna warns him about the manadrening grabbers. It's a weird mob, unlike anything he's fought before. Still, even if it's an ugly freak, these hands are rated E for everyone. It spams a tentacle, forcing him to dodge. Mid-air, he spots the crater. One hit equals instant death. So, the strat is to nuke the main body fast. Using dark magic, he launches huge spikes at the giant. Deadly Claw adds to the mix. And though Luna thinks Gigi Kurobani knows it's futile, the beast is fine, pulsing with pure rage. The beast goes full rage mode, burying its tentacles deep underground. Weird flex. Even Kurobane couldn't predict that move, until Luna shouts about a sneak attack coming from the rear. Clutch save, he dodges, barely taking a scratch. Close call. A direct hit would have absolutely toasted him. Even with his dark magic hacks, this fight is a total drag. This mob is glitchy, and its patterns make zero sense. It tries to flank him, but he whips out the scythe and chops it. Suddenly, a gazillion tentacles spam the chat. He's slicing them like raw fish though. The goddess girl is totally bummed out. He's been grinding non-stop. His mana bar must be empty by now. Based on how she is currently getting wrecked, she is running out of HP fast. Rushing the main boss is risky because he is also gonna get swarmed. That is an instant game over. He goes YOLO, tosses the scythe, and stares the monster down. He dashes in with insane speed to get up close, while she watches in total panic mode. Obviously, the beast spams tentacle strikes. He casts Grim Eater, dimensional cracks, eat the hits. Then he charges straight for the main body, forcing the mob to turtle up and play defense. Kurobane isn't gonna fumble this bag. More dark magic. Blind edge fires, energy blasts. It shreds the shields. The boss is wide open now. Kurobane leaps up to face the giant eyeball. Time to wrap this up. He dumps all his mana into Lost Force and punches. Critical hit. The boss screams in agony. Tentacles delete themselves. Dropping a GG's, the prez is falling from the sky now. Her knight in shiny armor catches her safely. She is weak but smiles like she is already wifey material. Plot twist. The headmaster suddenly sees his master plan. The Black Gate vanishing. He didn't account for this patch update. No way Kurobane is that open. Ain't no way he soloed the Gate Master. Shaidu checks his ring inventory and equips it fast. Got the Infinity Stones to snap away half the server. Wait, wrong franchise. My bad. Before Dollar Store Thanos acts, our boy pulls up. Kurobane enters like a boss and roasts the old man. The headmaster is shook. How on earth did you get here? Kurobani steps up, ready to take out the trash. Shidu's like, yo, what's your deal over there? And Our MC admits he tagged himself with a warp spell to fast travel right to the enemy base, which totally triggers the principal, cause he recalls that weird, shadowy glitch on Kutabani was basically a GPS tracker. Shido's secretly freaking out since that magic is totally new to him. He shakes it off, thinking the kid's just chasing clout. But that vibe dies real quick. Kurabani flips the script, demanding to know if Teach is the one who spawned the gate. He also says don't even try to cap since he spots the gear hidden in the back, so he better spill the tea. Then he blasts the guy for running a wizard boot camp, asking why bother if he's just gonna be evil anyway. Principal pauses, smirks creepily, and admits it's all just monster chow. Kurabani's like, say what? As Shido explains, he's basically DoorDash for the beasts next door. The students, just snacks. He's growing. So he owns it with zero hesitation. He cracked the gate open. He simps for the monsters to grab power while everything burns. Kurabani hears this wild rant, but can't forgive him for trying to sacrifice. He thinks this guy is literal garbage. Worst part, the dude has zero remorse. He's actually flexing his crimes. Shido lights up some fire, saying insults don't matter, cause the kid is toast. Feelin' cocky, the villain yeets fireballs. Sure, it's game over. But Kurabani is way too OP for this. One hand wave, shield up, fireballs deleted. Shido glitches out because his magic didn't even touch the kid, just went poof. Then he realizes he's being trolled, with Kutabani saying, is that all you got? Try harder. Principal rages, deciding to school this brat for real. Seeing Kurabani looking messy, Scuffy thinks, he's weak. I got this. He reloads his firepower and charges. Another shot, promising to literally delete the kid. Spoiler, it fails. Right as the heat hits, Kurabani plays a no-you card with his magic denial mirror. The fire ricochets off the barrier and zooms back at Shido Karma. Hits fast. He shrieks, drops, and coughs up smoke. Wreck. Dude's brain is frying because the loser student just absolutely wrecked him. Then he peeks up and spots Kuraban's crazy energy leaking everywhere. Okay, definitely not an NPC. Principal struggles to his feet, realizing he's cooked. Only one play left. Summon the gate right now, or it's game over. Slaps the ground to spam his ultimate move. But nope, something skewers his hand. Mid-cue the screeching. Kurabin strolls over like, bruh, I know your secret. Those tacky rings, dead giveaway for gate summoning hacks. Shido trips back, sobbing and begging for a timeout. Before he can whine, Kuro decks him. Jaw gone, face planted. Kuro hauls him up. Time to spill the tea. Teach, who's your boss? Drop the location. Now, suddenly, nasty black gunk erupts from the principal's mouth. He zips it and flops over, totally gone. Well, there goes the info. Meanwhile, some blonde dude in a big empty room mourns his lost pawn. He knows Kuraban snagged the dub this time. But Prince Shark stands up, moon-gazing like a drama queen. He knows the real mess is just getting started. Next day on the roof, Kuros, glaring at that flag he hates, tells Uzumiya that Shido woke up with zero memory. Total reboot. Cops still hauled him to jail, but the vibes are still off. Gates are popping up everywhere. Shido wasn't soloing this. Exactly what Kuro suspected all along. Shark's definitely pulling the strings. No cap. Bren voice warns him. Stay woke. War is coming. Kuro knows. He silently dares Shark to bring it. I'll find you and end you. Later, Kuro tries to nap but gets hit with cringe. Past life flashbacks. Remembers clapping the Lion King, then flexing as a hero at the orphanage. Promising magic lessons, he recalls. Being besties with Prince Shark before it all went south. Ended in a backstab that wiped out his whole crew. Big sad. Dream gets too dark, and he wakes up sweating. Catches his breath. Sun's up. It's morning already. Shido's officially canned, but he definitely had help. Gets a bad gut feeling while staring at the school flag. Shark feels way too close for comfort. That shark is just waiting for him to slip up. Kuro vows to get his payback, whatever the price. Later on, it is hard to miss a dude in a loud red suit and blonde spikes strutting down the hall. Turns out, he is the new headmaster. Kurabane heard one was coming, but he didn't expect it this fast. Izumiya tells Kurabane that the new headmaster wants a private chat with him and agrees, dying to see what kind of weirdo this guy actually is. He asks Izumiya if she and the boss are tight. Izumiya explains her family is loaded and elite, so they know each other. She says he is basically her uncle, a guy who has watched over her since she was a tot. He is Genis Coleman, an instructor for a group of the world's best wizards. Kurabane gets the hint immediately and realizes this guy must be ridiculously skilled. Izumiya adds, Genis has closed so many gates, they lost count. Luna mentally nudges Kurabane to meet him and judge his vibe in person. Kurabane nods, thinking it is a solid shot to network with a pro, and decides to ignore the rumors. He wants to decide for himself after a fate. They head to the office where Janess greets them with total warmth. He already knows exactly who Korobane is, and his bright smile makes the room feel like it is full of sunshine. Still, Korobane feels kinda nervous due to the guy's insane energy, and even Luna seems thrown off. Korobane whispers to ask if he is always this hype, and she sighs, and admits he is, but says his optimism is contagious. Janess explains he is from Saber, a global wizard alliance. He says Saber isn't just about training. They also manage the gates popping up worldwide. Basically, they save humanity from the disasters spilling out. After graduating, students can join the Wizards Association, but Saber is for the elite of the elite. Korobane realizes Janess isn't just skilled, but a top boss at Saber. As Janess keeps on yapping, he starts flexing a bit, making them feel kinda cringe. Reading the room, Izumiya gently gets back on track, asking what he needed to discuss with Korobane. Janess gets serious and explains that Korobane knows the world is threatened by gates reopening. He admits Saber is stretched thin and lacks enough people, so they couldn't station anyone permanently here. Until now, that worked since no crazy stuff happened here, and gates usually close themselves. But things changed recently with that black gate showing up. Janess says Saber can't ignore it now, which is why he is here. According to Saber's top, turns out black gates are way gnarlier than even red ones. If the beasts fail, thousands of innocent peeps get deleted instantly. Janess breaks it down. That's why they gotta keep their eyes peeled for any new portals popping up. But Saber's crew is totally short-staffed to handle it all. So that's Kurobane's cue. With things getting messy, Janess hits up Korobane and Izumiya for backup. He thinks they've got the chops to tackle the big bad gate. Both of them is shook that a big shot like Janess actually rates them. Jen drops a bomb. Intel says they already shut down a gate like pros. Digging deeper showed that even Saber's elites had a hard time with the black gate. So, he needs them to stay sharp and flex those crazy skills. He hypes up Korobane's op, magic, saying it's key to saving the planet. Korobane steps up, shakes on it, claiming he'd never say no to playing hero. Izumiya tries to butt in, claiming someone else actually beat the boss. But alarms blare before she can finish. Newsflash, a red gate just spawned right by the school. Izumiya looks at Janess, asking for the game plan. Jen stays chill, saying it's the perfect time to audit their skills. Izumiya warns him again not to underestimate the drama. She's obviously freaking out. Korobane interrupts, bragging that they're totally ready to rumble. Mission accepted. They gear up, telling Janess they'll catch him outside. Soon, Korobane and Izumiya pull up. At the gate, which is giving off super creepy vibes, about to enter, some dude yells out that he's tagging along too. Narusi steps up, fixes his specs, smiling. More peeps makes for a funner brawl. Korobane thinks it over and agrees the extra muscle is a big brain move. Squad assembled. They strut toward the gate. Everyone's got their game faces on. Hyped to win, they're ready to flex their powers and show everyone they're top-tier wizards. Luna's secretly stoked. Kurobane's finally raiding a dungeon with a full party. Korobane recalls the principal saying he wanted to see them crush this gate as a team. It hits him back home. He learned squad. Trust makes people want to fight with you. He totally sees that same trust in Izumiya and Naruse. So yeah, he gets why teamwork is such a big deal. Again, on the same page, the trio charges right into the portal. They sprint to the middle and spot a bunch of mobs hunting for them. Korobane tells the crew to lock in and go hard. Izumiya steps up, calling dibs on wrecking the wolf thing first. She eats an ice spear straight into its gut, but one wolf tanks the hit and rushes her face. Just in time, Korobane reacts with zero lag and slices the beast with some wicked dark magic. But he totally misses the rock golem creeping up behind. Once he clocks it, he screams for a magic assist. Right on cue, Naruse zaps the golem's eyes, saving his hide. Luna frantically points out a bat swarm diving from above. Kurobane's chill, telling him to relax. He rips a dark blast, whipping up a massive shockwave that smacks the bats down cold. Luna breathes easy as Korobane finally chills out. When the dust settles and the noise dies down, Izumiya feels bad, saying she was total dead weight. Naruse apologizes too, admitting his reflexes lagged. Korobane tells M to quit stressing and says they rocked it for such a huge mob. They perk up, but curiosity hits them hard. Naruse asks what kind of cheat code Korobane was running, cause that power was insanely OP. He asks if Izumiya knew, but sees clueless despite seeing it before. Korobane figures he's gotta keep it 100 to win their trust. He comes clean. He's using dark attribute magic. He keeps it brief since they're still in the danger zone. He says it's got unique hacks the main 4 types don't have. Naruse asks if he used that in the spar or was holding back. Korobane says he can't spam it publicly or word gets out. He reminds them the boss fight is the main quest right now. So they keep moving, grinding forward. While walking, Izumiya thinks about the skills she saw. She knows he grinded XP like crazy to get that good. She wonders if there is a deeper reason he goes so hard. It sticks in her head, and honestly, she's intrigued. Soon, the trio faces the boss mob ahead. The beast waiting for them is a crystal dragon, a total tank with annoying defense. Kurobane struts up, telling the crew he'll tank the front while they watch his six. He tells them to sweep the legs from behind. The squad gets the strut, watching him rush the dragon like a boss. Total squad goals right here. Narusi blasts ice magic, freezing the dragon's toes to the floor. Kuro jumps up with his spooky dark vibes, and lands a crit, slicing the beast like warm butter. Narusi and Izzy drop their jaws as the monster explodes into shiny confetti. Never seen power levels that high. Kuro's dark magic flex left them totally shook. The gang pops out the gate, finding the headmaster waiting. He's shocked they speedran that dungeon. They crushed his expectations. Dude is beaming. Kuro spots dead mobs. Principal laughs. Easy game. No risk. Then he checks out Narusa's new spot on the roster. Kuro confirms. Boss down. Gate shut. Teach has to admit, they're so OP he forgot they're just high schoolers. Kuro steps up with a pitch. Since Gate gonna be huge, the trio wants to start their own clan. Being students, he asks for big guys. Okay, to make it official and get rating rights. Never heard that one before. He gives Kuro a puzzled look. Saber's kinda low on staff, and Kuro swears their combo power is legit. Genis chews on the idea. Students running a clan, totally unheard of. But looking at them, he thinks they might actually be cracked enough. After thinking it over, he gives the green light. Clan approved. Plus, he tells them not to sweat. Boring classes. He'll swap raid wins 4 straight as Kuro is hyped. The news, checking if Izzy and Narusi are vibing too. Finally, the master plan is kicking off. Later in the club room, Kuro drops a tablet on the desk. Screen glows with a map looking like a bag of Skittles. It shows where old gates popped, and when he cleared them, he asks if they spot the pattern. Izzy and Narusi are shook. Kuro soloed all that. Izzy remembers rumors from days ago about gates vanishing instantly. Mystery solved. Turns out, it was Kuro doing all the heavy lifting. Narusi gulps. Impressive, sure, but totally insane. Luna gives a silent nod. Izzy nags, we're a clan. No more risky solo, YOLO plays. Kuro admits he messed up, swears to play nicely with the team. Luna smiles, glad Kuro's finally making friends. Then Narusi speaks up. With gates popping up everywhere, monsters ain't the only vibe killer. That leaky magic goop spilling out. Yeah, totally lethal too. Korobane hits his thinking pose. Luna told him day 1. Magic juice buffs supers but turns normies into toast. Like, zombie plague, level bad. Izumiya pipes up saying, if that mystical sludge floods, we're talking major wipeout. Korobane nods. Time to patrol and stop the apocalypse, fam. Plan A. Squash the drama at its roots. Come nightfall, they suit up to prowl. Izumiya spots sabers. Korobane gulps if elites are here. It's getting real messy. Then Korobane clocking a fresh gate while the squad's like, huh, a soldier gets a ping. New portal, 5 clicks southwest. 0, chill. Everyone books it to the scene. They pull up to total mayhem. Red gate, in the street. Folks screaming and sprinting. Mom runs, kid trips, wolf pounces before the tyke can blink. Kids toast, but right at the buzzer. Kurabani yeets, in, slashing the beast. Girl saved. Mom's crying thanks, but he just checks their HP bars. Sees the sabers nearby, and makes a call. Let them handle the trash mobs. While his crew raids the gate. While barking orders, he misses the girl, eyeing him like a superhero. Kutabane hears the gossip. Hits up the soldiers, dropping the Weir Imperial Academy student's card. Principal gave him the green light to squat up and dive in. Soldier knows the tea headmaster warned him these kids were coming. Korbei feels the bad vibes. What's the tea? Soldier spills. Raid team went in. Radio silence now. No clue if they're still kicking. Comms aren't busted, just jammed. Something inside is blocking the signal. Narusi asks rescue mission, but the guy says they're swamped fighting mobs and guarding the city. Priority 1 is saving civilians. Hope the inside crew is clutching up. They can't do squat right now. Korabane's squad realizes it's on them to save the day. He leaves the street brawl to the soldiers. They're going deep. Soldiers like, yo, that's suicide. Then headmaster pops up. Chill, they got this. Says these kids are cracked wizards, packing serious skill and hero vibes. The trio enters. Izumiya gripes about the megafog blinding them. Whatever, one job. Wreck the monsters. Save the world. Korobane makes the call. First clan raid ever. Time to go full beast mode on this dungeon. As the trio dashes through the foggy entrance, they spot monster corpses littering the floor. Leftovers from the last squad means they're on the right track. Narusi starts sweating bullets, thinking how even Saber's pros got absolutely wrecked here. They're total noobs, so he hopes the others are still kicking. Korobane warns the boss is gonna be worse. So, don't choke now. Main quest. Save the missing peeps? Ace. Izumi is hyped with Korra's dark magic. Easy dubs. She figures once he shows up, it's GG for the monsters. Wait, hold up. Realization hits her hard. If Korra solas this, why even have a squad? She ain't a sidekick. Norasai vibes with that too, vowing not to be dead weight. Time to flex their skills. Meanwhile, the Saber dudes are getting bodied by a massive slime blob. Fireballs bounce off its shield. Total fail. They're salty. One hurt guy screams, "Just leave me. Save yourselves." His buddy yells, "Don't be an idiot." But that drama distracts him. Slime attacks. They try to shield up, but the lag is real. Slime smacks M down like bowling pins, one by one. Injured guy feels guilty. Closes eyes, waiting for the L. Suddenly boom. Purple fire from above. He looks up at Kura. "Who dis?" he asks. Kura ghosts him, just silently confirming these are the Saber guys. Soldier spots the drip. "Wait, are you kids actually students?" No reply. Izumi spots the weak spot. Hit the core. She yeets herself forward, missing that the slime is moving. Kura yells, "Watch out," but she's too slow. Splot slime pancakes her to the floor. Narusi tries to help stock two. Slime's about to feast, but Kura clutches it. He unleashes the dark mojo, blasting a mega burst that blocks the hit and saves his crew. The slime just poofs into thin air. Shook by his power, Kura floats up like a boss, focuses his mana and slices the beast in two. Soldiers are fight over. Time to celebrate. They saw the OP magic and his squad loyalty firsthand. Once they bounce out of the gate, the soldiers are hyping the students up big time. Korobane's chill just doing our job. Headmaster laughs. "Told ya, they were cracked. Their stats are exactly what I promised." He figured the trio was already top-tier magic users. Even the soldier admits he feels dumb for dissing them just cause they're students. He orders the squad to salute, and they snap to attention instantly. Korobane and the crew get all the feels, chests puffing up with pride. Back at base, Luna's grinning ear to her, totally hyping his win. But Korobane's like, "Hey, don't forget, ... protecting the crew is just as major," and Luna nods along. She hypes his post-grad invite to Saber, and he's secretly on cloud 9. Suddenly, bang bang on the door. He opens up to find Izumi mumbling a sorry for the late-night crash. "You good?" he asks. She gets shy and asks for a quick one. She plops down on his bed and he's totally shook. She's actually asking for magic lessons. She admits she feels super weak and has wanted his help for ages. Korobane pauses, thinking back to how she must have felt when that slime monster totally owned her earlier. Tough break, but she doesn't want pity. That's not her vibe. She just wants the cheats on how to level up. "Deal," Korobane says. "I'll teach you how to brawl." She lights up, and he thinks, "Yep, same old, simple, honest as..." They hit the roof, and Korobane's like, "Let's grind right now." Right then, they get interrupted. Narusi is salty. They were gonna train without him again. "Room for one more?" he asks. Izumi blinks. "You want his help too?" "Duh," Naruse gripes. "Unfair that you got a head start." As they squabble, Korobane sees Narusi is just as thirsty for power. Luna chimes in. "That guy is such an open book." Watching the mood, Narsi coughs loudly and reminds them they're a squad and can't let Korobane leave him in the dust. "Team effort, it is." Korobane nods, "But you guys are already decent. You've got the basics down and even. Some pro moves, but your habits stink." He brings up a fight example. "Izumiya, you YOLO." In without thinking, she winces, knowing he's right. When you tunnel vision, you get blindsided. And Naruto, you never predict the enemy's next move. "Say what?" Narusa frowns. Korobane explains, "Gotta assume the worst case scenario. Always, like with the slime you should have guessed, it'd hit her when you rushed in." Narusi realizes he messed up and admits he panicked. "This ain't a school sparring match," Korobane warns. "Real fights are messy. You gotta adapt or die. First drill, widen your view and get comfy with chaos." Korobane summons a shadow wolf, a clone of the one they fought. Dodge its bites while blasting it with magic. "You got it." The wolf lunges, and they unleash everything they've got. Narusi finally begs for a quick breather. Korobane tosses him water, noting IA is still grinding. "You guys are beasts," he says. Narusi nods, impressed, but drops the real tea. Ayumiya is actually pushing herself hard due to her rank. Korobane looks lost till Narusi explains. Her fam is basically wizard royalty. Her clan is always on the front lines, leading every charge. That crazy sense of duty, genetic, she wants to squash monsters and be the GOAT. Hearing this, Korobane gets that her Grit comes from wanting to save peeps and honor her kin. Even if she can't beat him, she tries. Naruto admits backing her is tough. He needs to level up to stay by her. He says, sorry for the mess. The last fight, no plans on taking another L. Korobane grins at the hype. The trio grinds on, making Sensei proud. 1 month later, the squad rushes into a fresh brawl. A giant tries to squash Korobane flat. Hit the body, he yells. They tagged him while he chops the hands. It regens the limbs, but misses. Ayumiya and Narusi, airborne. Prepping the nuke, Narusi zaps it. Ayumiya lands a surgical hit. Boom, a chest hole opens up, and the big guy face. The three fist bump, hyping the dub. Unknown to them, a blonde dude is stream sniping via TV. Watching them clear gates, he thinks, world always needs a hero. He's kinda annoyed that his experiment is ending, but he's pumped to 1v1 back at school. Everyone's yapping about the paper showing the students crushing gates. Press and vice press made a clan. They gossip. Rumor has it, Saber rates, high elite, recognition unlocked. Red-haired kid chats about it, realizing how wild it is that Korobane made the cut. Brunette reminds him, he beat you, remember? The kid gets sweaty recalling when he slept on Korobane's power level. Then she adds, Korobane's actually training those two. The boy starts spilling tea on how Korobane's a school legend. Suddenly, the squad enters the caf. Ayumiya sees the stairs. We're trending. She notes. Naruse vibes with it, knowing their rep is spreading fast. 2 girls walk up. One thinks Korobane straight up. He's confused till she says his gate clear saved her fam nearby. She just had to give props in person. Her thanks hits him in the feels, reminds him of his past life, heroics. Dudes saved like a gazillion towns, empires, and kids. Still gives him the warm fuzzies and a goofy grin today. 2 chatty guys peep this and get that bonus. Even the total bottom tier scrubs look up to him now. His old bully hears it nearby and gets totally salty. Later, Narusa's just stoked. They arrived in one piece. Izumiya roasts him, betting his jelly of Korobane's fame. Korobane kills the vibe, asking if the boss really called. Izumiya's like, no clue what he wants but says, let's roll. Even Lunas in the dark. At the office, Teach hypes them up for their big wins. He is totally proud of Izumiya and Narusi for their crazy level ups lately. They say thanks, then Izumiya asks, what's the deal? Boss grabs his keys. Road trip to Saber's branch. While driving, he says the vice chief wants a face. Korobane asks if they met. Narusi nods. Chief Nihamare is a young prodigy, even for elites. Dude was the first student council. Prez here, and a total beast, in mock fights. At Saber, he closed tons of gates. Izumi is lost on why a legend like him wants them. Teach says, just wait, and see it'll be cool. Korobane smells a plot twist and gets curious. They hit Saber's 7th branch. Teach takes them to Ray's room. He's on the couch, acting chill like he already knows them. Ray's actually been hyped to see them. He's heard their clan rep and how they slam gates shut. Couldn't resist checking them out? Ray asks, Korobane, stoked to meet me. Luna thinks he's cocky. Korobane agrees. Ray offers a hand, and Korobane shakes it. Korobane sees a phantom wolf on Ray, but nobody else does. Weird. Izumiya clocks Ray's shook face and asks, what's up? Ray admits Korobane saw something invisible to others. He tells Korobane to chill. He just leaked some killer vibes as a test. Was gonna just say, hi and bounce. But now, change of plans? He announces a duel. Him versus Korobane, right now. At the gym, Korobane and Ray square up. Ray's Seisno crowd is boring, but whatever. Plus, Korobane can unleash his power without prying eyes. Korobane knows he's right, but stays locked in. Earlier, Korobane asked if Ray was serious about fighting a boss. Ray spilled that he is a total fight junkie who loves to scrap. He saw Korobane's insane potential and that hidden killer instinct earlier. Ray thinks the kid can actually keep up. Arena time. Staring contest starts now. Saber's crew is elite, and Ri is the GOAT. Curious about Kuro, but mostly that creepy vibe from before. Teach is sweating bullets cause Rai is totally extra. But hey, there's hope. Wants to see if Kuro can actually throw hands? Trusts Kuro, but the VP is cracked at this. Gonna be rough. Izumi's chill though. Bet against Kuro. You're losing. Rai sparks up a fireball. Pop quiz time. Yeets it at Kuro. Wait, that fire looks super sus. Should be an easy catch, but Rai's playing dirty. Fire splits. Mid-air, hits dirt, goes boom. Kuro flies up, dodging like a boss. Rai's confused. Huh? Kuro totally meant to ice wall the blast and use the smoke to hide. Big brain. Kuro smirks. This is getting lit. Izumi's shook by that speed but confused about the fire. Teach says, splitting magic mid-air takes mad skills. Naris clocks the move from the mock fight. Low-key jelly now. Seeing the skill gap, Rai just calls game time. sends a huge tornado at our boy. This power, way crazier than his past life, gotta bail, bounces off a window and skies it. Fast. Getting the high ground, Obi-Wan style. Splashes water, magic, Rai barely dodges. Close call. Can't let him float, grabs rocks, and rushes him. Kuro sees the earth magic play. To charge. So he blocks with a lightning spear. Swords, clash. It's a proper 101 now. Rai claps, not bad, but he knows Kuro's holding back. He demands to see the secret sauce. No hiding it now. Kuro gets it. Rai's begging for the full flex. Smirking, Kuro fires up that dark shadow mode. Finally, going all out. Beast mode on